The White House is moving ahead on tax reform on its own. It reportedly plans to have a draft in place, just give it to Congress and before the August recess and say, just get it done. Vote on this thing. Joining us now, Congressman Louie Gohmert, Republican from Texas, frequent guest on the show, always got a smile on his face.
I don't know about that.
Well,
but I tell you, I'm just thrilled that the president's pushing it like he is. You know, a month ago, we were hearing people in the Senate say, well, we were hoping by July and then September, but, you know, we just may not get to health care or tax reform this year. They were starting to say that. And God bless him, the president called a meeting over at the White House that following Tuesday, about 3 weeks ago, and he let them know we are passing these things and we're going to do it quickly.
See, that's not.
And boy, the tune changed.
That doesn't get much publicity. A lot most of the media is still saying, there's a delay here and a delay there. I've been saying it myself. But you still think that we're going to get a health care bill, we're going to get it, we're going to pass it, and we're going to get a tax cut bill, we're going to get it, we're going to pass it.
We have got to. And Stuart, when you and Katie were talking about you know, Charlie Gard, that situation, that is where this goes. And I'm so glad you brought that up, because that, and it's not so much, you know, Katie is so brilliant, but it's not so much that it's bureaucrats deciding what's best for you. It's bureaucrats rationing health care and deciding, well, you've had a good life, or maybe you don't have much chance of much more life, so you're not going to get help, but this person over here may do something great. So it is the government deciding who's going to contribute more to society, and so therefore who gets the treatment. It is where it goes when you get into this Orwellian oligarchy, and it's got to stop, and it's got to stop before August. And so I'm glad to hear Ted Cruz and so many in the Senate saying, you know what, we do need to do this before we recess.
Let me show our audience what Senator Ted Cruz had to say about working through the August recess. Pretty strong stuff, so roll that tape, please.
It's crazy that we'd be taking a recess. There are a bunch of us, myself included, that have been urging leadership back from January. Let's not take any recesses. Let's work every day. Let's work weekends. Let's work till we get the job done. We got a job to do, and we got a short window of time, and so we ought to stop taking recesses, stop taking time off, and just go until we get it done.
Congressman, what's stopping you? Because I just can't see any member of Congress getting away for the August recess.
Well, you know, it really is important that we get back and we hear directly from our constituents, and August is really great for that. But the problem is, we've heard from our constituents. They're hurting. They can't afford the premiums. They can't afford the deductibles. They're not getting the help they need. And we have got to do this. Also, with the hammer that Obamacare has been financially to people around my district, they also need the tax reform. So these are two things we have just got to get done. And I think the looming visit with constituents without getting it done would be significant in pushing this through. So I love the fact the president's still pushing, and that he's going to make sure we get tax reform. And look, we passed the repeal of Obamacare over and over. We got a bill to Obama's desk. We at least ought to be able to do that. And the president's even said in his effort to just work with us, look, if you just repeal it,
I think you will.
I'll sign that.
I think there will be a health care bill in front of Congress, and I think there will be a tax cut bill before August. I hope so.
I do too. I think the pressure is there, and it's great.
I got to run, but
Freedom Caucus has taken the same position for months.
You got it in the end. You're
taking some ribs.
I'm not going to argue. No, you're a great guy.
To the White House. I'll tell them hi for you.
Louie Gohmert, everyone. Good stuff.